Hi guys, this is Jamie McCabe here with Special Needs Living. Super excited. We're about 4 days away from deadline and getting this out to the community for the November issue. And we are here today with Clifton Herbert, who is a supporter now of Special Needs Living. We are so thankful and so grateful to have you as a supporter with what we're doing. And I gotta definitely do a huge shout out because I am a huge fan of what we're about to talk about today. And my husband is like the biggest skeptic, or at least one of them. And when he first found out that I had had Clifton over to do a demo, he was like, "What is this thing? And, who is this guy?" And I was like, "Trust me, it's amazing. You're going to want to take a listen." And he did, and he completely fell in love. And like, it's so great because I'm so busy and I have a lot going on. And so he does all the cleaning, like, and he's obsessed with this machine to do all this cleaning and just loves it and raves about it. And it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. So, about health and wellness, that's kind of what we're going to talk about today, and a little bit about Clifton and his company. So, Clifton, I will let you take it away. Tell us a little bit more about your business and why you got started doing it.
Um, Thanks for being on, Jamie. My business is an indoor air pollution removal machine company. What we do is you go into a house and bring our little R2D2 like looking unit that's got this Darth Vader paint job, and it has four wheels, and it comes in and creates a mini storm in your house. And what it's doing is sucking in all the pollutants. Third-party IBR laboratories gave us a 99.997% of all viruses, germs, bacteria, dust, and dander gets sucked into our machine. And then fresh ocean-washed type air comes out the back end through a HEPA filter, giving us a class 1 medical device. So who have asthma or any other breathing issues, this machine is definitely for them. It cleans up all surfaces. It's a one stop, and we call it Ritello, which is the ultimate cleaning machine.
That is, like, you summed it up like perfectly. You could tell you know what you're doing, because I'm like, I would not be
I've
able
been
to
doing
talk
it a while. I got it.
in that technical terms, but it literally is like the coolest thing to watch. And I mean, just for taking a look, it was really cool to get this free little air purifier machine that we use like all the time, makes house smell like super good. But tell us about, what you enjoy most about what you do.
I think that the best thing about it is showing people they can live a better and more healthier life at the end of the day. Going into somebody's house and maybe reading. Now we have a reader that you can just press for the air control and see how dirty their home is, and then cranking on my machine and understanding it may have been a very bad grade of air that you were breathing to almost completely 100% healthy air. And seeing the difference in some of the people who do have asthma and COPD and emphysema talk about, oh, my house is so much better. I don't have the sinus problems I had. I don't have the headaches I was having. Those type of things typically come from our inborn air. And, because of our current climate, a lot of people are spending more time at home than normal. Before, we used to spend about 70% of our time inside the house, but now, I mean, a lot of people are spending 90 to almost 100%, which is crazy. And if you have dirty air, which Indianapolis does have the fourth worst indoor air pollution rate. That's why I moved here from Los Angeles, California, is to come out here and help people and show people there's a better way to keep and protect your family with great quality smelling air in and out their lungs every day.
Wow, no, like it hits spot on from like the video that I watched, which I'll share so people can see it. But like when I first watched that video, you don't know like the kind of air you're
No,
breathing because you can't
no,
see it, right? So you just
yeah.
can't, like, you just don't know, and all of a sudden you just start, you don't feel the way you should, and you get used to it, you get comfortable until like you have that change, and then you're like, wow, I didn't know like this, how good this, having this would be, and the impact on my health, that this would have. Because right, they mentioned they build homes so good and so quality that they're like compacted, filled with, like, no way for fresh air to kind of get inside and like
No way
filter
for
all
the
that.
circulation of the air. There's the windows are super sealed tight now, everything is just really tight, and you're bringing the air in. And if people understand, Mother Nature uses rain or lakes and bodies of water to trap the dirt and the dander down. So if it's not raining or you're not by a big body of water, that means that dirt and dander is flying in the air at all times. You open the door, it's coming in. And I always use the example, like, I remember my grandma used to be like, uh, close the blinds or close the screen door. You're letting the dust in because you can see it in the light. But no, Grandma, it's in the house already. That is what it truly is. It's in the house already. You can just see it because the light's shining on it. That's the difference. But you track all that stuff in from your shoes and whatnot, and it stays in there. And anytime you get up from a chair or anything, dust is just circulating, circulating, circulating. And what my machine does is knocks down that dust almost to 0.003%, and then it also takes it to another level of not recirculating. Since it flies into the water tank, wet dust can't fly. It turns into like a muddy like substance, and you throw that down in your commode or you throw it outside, and that's dead dust. It's done. It's never coming back into your home.
Absolutely, which is so cool because like our previous vacuum before this, like you get it out, you turn it on, you could just poof, see all the dust come out of it, and it just sits there, right? And it's just collecting in the air, just breathing it in. And so it's so nice, like it's so fulfilling to like see the dirty water just be dumped and be like, oh, it's clean, right? You can see it literally be clean. It's really
You
cool.
can see it, and that's the best part. My machine, no matter when it's running, it's always cleaning the air. And so at the end of the day, you don't just crank it on and the air just poofs out because of the bags. Since it is water, water can't get clogged, so you don't have that problem. You always have good enough airflow to circumvent and reinvent the smell of your house, which is amazing.
Yep, and you don't have to buy bags, which is nice.
Amazing. As
Yeah.
long as you got running water, you can use my machine.
Absolutely. I love that. And tell us something about you, Clifton. Maybe something that people don't know.
Um, Air Force brat. Grew up. I was born in Colorado Springs at Air Force Academy Hospital. I grew up outside of Los Angeles, in LA County, Palmdale, California. Went to the University of Hawaii. Played a little college ball there, and I've coached college ball in the University of Alabama A&M. And I've always been a businessman, and this is one of my ventures that I've opened up and moved me to Indianapolis, and I've been enjoying it my last 15 months here, so I can't complain.
You are a mover and a shaker, and it's just incredible to see your growth and just your willingness to like help others in the community. You and I were talking a little bit earlier, and you mentioned that there are opportunities. I mean, just hearing, I'm sure people hearing this, they're like, "Ooh, this sounds really interesting, and I want to learn more." Definitely, I'm sure they can just reach out directly to you. But potentially people looking for an opportunity, right? Or
Yeah,
ways to kind of help, other people in the community, better their health. You can help them with
yeah.
that
If
as
they
well.
want to, we can. We've got a couple different programs and systems in place, so we can outreach to other places where there's assisted living or things like that. But also, if people are interested in coming on board and making a little extra money for their time, because this isn't something that you need to do all day. This is you go into a home, max you'll be there 2 hours, and you that's what I like about this. Everybody I run into, I'm helping them in some way at all forms, whether they're working with me or I'm in a place just trying to change their air quality and change their quality of life, because people don't realize good lungs and healthy air is really where most of our energy comes from. You
Mhm.
can go, um, what they say, you can go, 40 days without food, you can go 3 days without water, or 7 days, no, 40 days without water, 7 days without food, 3 minutes without air.
Wow.
Good, clean air. 3 minutes. That's it. Air is very important. We just can't see it, but we take so for granted so much of the time because it just comes naturally for
Yeah.
us to breathe. But I also tell people, look at somebody who needs an oxygen tank to breathe. Their energy's low because they're not getting good oxygen. So that's one of the things I try to relate to people's minds, and so they can understand the quality of air.
Yeah, that's so huge. You're right, because you can't see it, so you don't know. You don't really pay much attention to it. What advice do you have for
Yeah.
anyone who is maybe looking to purify their air in their home or potentially learn more about the Ritello?
I would tell them to contact me. Go to mrritello.com. That's MrRitello.com. Uh, there's a contact us button on there, and what we do is we come out and give free demonstrations. We'll give you a free 30-minute room cleaning or an air cleaning, and that's one of the ways to get in contact with us. And we'll be excited to go anywhere and do it for everybody, because we know this is one of those things where we know everybody should own one. We know a lot of people won't, but everybody should own one, to be honest with themselves, and uh, if they want to protect their family.
Absolutely. And there's a way you can earn it for free, which is kind of cool. And Clifton can kind of share more about that as well if you reach out and ask him how.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Well, I am so excited to have you as a supporter of special needs living. It means so much. Just your heart and your willingness to care and make a difference in people's lives is just incredible. With using innovative technology, and your system is just top notch. So can't wait for more people to learn about it. Thanks again for carving out some time to talk with us and share with us some more, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'll
You're
talk to you
welcome.
later.
Bye bye.